You can look like you're doing really well. You can look really happy, like you hitting all your goals, you're making all your meetings and hitting your deadlines. On the outside, you coming home taking care of the kids, and it looks like you're killing it on the outside. It looks like you're a superhero on the outside, but in the inside, you feel horrible. You feel overwhelmed. You feel exhausted. You feel drained. You don't have anything left for yourself. So it doesn't matter how you look on the outside. What matters is how you feel on the inside. Hey, it's Mel. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm here in another video. If you have confusion around what work-life balance means, if you are wondering how to improve your work-life balance, if you have tried different things in the past to achieve this work-life balance, but nothing's working for you, and you always just end up exhausted, you always end up stressed, you always end up anxious, dreading work, just feeling drained, overwhelmed, even having trouble sleeping. So if these things sound like you and you are really trying to get to work-life balance, or you're really trying to find out how you can have that, because you always hear about work-life balance, but if you feel like it's something that's just outside of your reach, it's because work-life balance does not exist. It does not exist. So the problem is that society makes you think that work-life balance exists, and work-life balance isn't a destination. A lot of people think that work-life balance is a destination that you get to or something that you achieve, but you'll be chasing that forever because it doesn't exist. So I'm going to break down why work-life balance does not exist. So this whole idea of work-life balance, right? It keeps you stuck. It keeps you in this constant cycle. It keeps you in this cycle of stress, overwhelmment, and burning yourself out. Because you really want to get to that goal of achieving work-life balance, because we're made to think that that's the goal and that's what we need to do in life in order to be able to balance our families, our jobs, and everything in between, our health, all that good stuff. But when you constantly try to chase work-life balance, work is always going to win. Work always wins because most of your time is spent at work. The average person works 40 hours a week, which is a full-time job, like in a traditional job setting. And even if you're not in a traditional job setting, if you're an entrepreneur, if you work for yourself, then this applies as well, because you are trying to chase this idea of balance, and you're always at work. You're always working. When you're not at work for those 40 hours a week, which is most of your week, you're thinking about work, or you're stressing about work, or you're dreading going into work, or you're anxious about going into work. So it doesn't even matter if you have time off, because you can't enjoy that time off. You don't enjoy the time with your family, the little time that you have, and you don't have the energy, or you feel too drained to actually take care of yourself and your body. So you feel too tired or too drained to exercise. You feel too tired or too drained to eat healthy and to actually spend quality time with your family. And if you do, it's like your mind is somewhere else, because you're thinking about what happened at work. You're thinking about what's going to happen at work. You're dreading having to go back to work. So work always wins. Work gets the majority of your thoughts. It gets the majority of your energy. It gets the majority of your time. So this whole concept of work-life balance, it doesn't exist. It does not exist, because work always wins. And it's set up that way because we have to do something in order to get money or to get income. But when you work in a traditional setting and you take on all these tasks and you overcommit with things at work, and you just feel like you feel pressure to perform at work and to hit all your tasks, to hit all your goals, to pick up overtime, to still come home and be super mom or super dad or super whoever, and still try to take care of everything and everyone else at work and outside of work, you don't have any time left for yourself. You don't have any time, you don't have any energy left for yourself. So how can you then put yourself first? How can you then do things like eat right, exercise, yoga, meditate? How can you do these things consistently if you don't have the energy to? You can't. So then you try to cope with this by trying to buy energy. So buying coffee or energy drinks, some type of caffeine to keep you awake, to keep you energized. Or you try to buy things to cope with your stress. So whether that's a shopping habit that you have when you're not feeling good, when you need like a pick-me-up and a boost in energy or a boost in your happiness, whether you use gambling, drugs, alcohol, sex, relationships, whatever it is that you use, you are trying to find a solution to that stress you're feeling because you're so overwhelmed with work and with trying to chase this work-life balance that you're just looking for a quick fix. You're just looking for a temporary fix, which is normal because when you're uncomfortable, it's natural to try to find something to make you comfortable. But you using these things outside of yourself to deal with this lack of work-life balance that you're chasing that doesn't exist, it's causing you to lose yourself and it's causing you to just lose hope. So this idea of work-life balance, what it really is you are searching for or longing for some type of fulfillment or happiness. You can look like you're doing really well. You can look really happy, like you hitting all your goals, you're making all your meetings and hitting your deadlines. On the outside, you're coming home taking care of the kids, and it looks like you're killing it on the outside. It looks like you're a superhero on the outside, but in the inside, you feel horrible. You feel overwhelmed. You feel exhausted. You feel drained. You don't have anything left for yourself. So it doesn't matter how you look on the outside. What matters is how you feel on the inside. You feeling that stress, that overwhelm, that exhaustion, that anxiety that comes from trying to chase this idea of work-life balance. It's making you super stressed. It's making you so stressed inside. It's making you so drained. I say that this term work-life balance, why do you think that they put the work in front of the life? Because work will always win. Work will always win. So you're chasing this happiness, you're chasing this fulfillment within yourself, and you're chasing this, you being able to really enjoy your life. The key to really being fulfilled in life and to finding balance in your life, balance meaning you actually are able to take care of yourself and you're able to do the things that you love. You're able to make that time for family, make that time for friends, but most importantly, make that time for yourself so that you actually have the energy and the mental capacity to enjoy your time with family and friends. To be able to get to those things, your unconscious mind has to be deprogrammed, first of all. It has to be deprogrammed because right now your unconscious mind holds a bunch of beliefs, experiences, thoughts, and behaviors tied to how you handle stress, tied to how you deal with a stressful work environment, tied to you putting your job and you putting everyone else's needs before your own. Hence, you look like you got it all together on the outside, but you're really breaking down on the inside. You're really exhausted. You're really always tired. You have zero energy on the inside. So those beliefs, behaviors, and thoughts tied to you not being able to really care for yourself and you not being able to put yourself over a job or over these things outside of yourself, that has to be deprogrammed, and then it has to be reprogrammed, and your unconscious mind has to be rewired so that you seek balance from within yourself, and so that you can put that life before the work. So it's not work-life balance. When your unconscious mind is rewired and reprogrammed, you are able to find that fulfillment and happiness from inside. And by doing things that you actually enjoy, by actually being able to enjoy your family time, by actually being able to have energy and be alert and just not have that anxiety or that stress or that worry or those negative coping habits because of work overload and all the anxiety and everything that comes with that. So once your unconscious mind is rewired and reprogrammed, you can truly begin to live a fulfilling life. Your mind will then seek out better choices that align with that change that you want, with that fulfillment and with that happiness that you seek. This is really the key, and this is why I help my clients do it this way, because if you don't do it this way, you're just going to keep chasing this false destination of work-life balance, and you're not going to get anywhere. You're just going to keep going in these burnout cycles. You're going to keep staying in these highly stressful states, and you're going to keep being hard on yourself and being frustrated with yourself for not being able to reach that level, for not being able to reach this work-life balance BS that they sell to you. And it's not your fault, because we're made to think that this is what we should aspire to have, but it's absolutely not, because like I said, work will always win. So it's not going to be a balance. Work is always going to be winning unless your unconscious mind is rewired, reprogrammed, and updated so that it knows how to avoid getting burned out, so that it knows how to avoid those highly stressful states, so that it knows that it cannot continue to set you up for failure, to set you up for chasing this false idea of something that's not attainable. And when I tell you my clients love that, like me, I love it too, because this way you really find that balance, you find that clarity when you do it in the unconscious mind. It has to be done that way. If you want quick change that lasts, and if you actually want to take the action that you need to take in order to have that fulfillment within yourself, in order to have that happiness within yourself, in order to gain energy, in order to gain the ability to relax and the ability to handle stress in healthy ways, this is the secret. This is the secret to doing that quickly, without all the extra stuff, without all the extra years or months of therapy. You don't need any of that. You do not need any of that. And I get real excited when I talk about this, because I helped my clients in some amazing ways, and it's just, you don't have to suffer. You don't got to struggle and think you need to hold it all together on the outside to look like something for everybody else, but inside you're breaking down. Like, that's not how you have to live your life. So if that sounds like your situation and you just keep getting burnt out, you keep trying to chase this idea of work-life balance and you're not getting anywhere, you're just staying stuck under the work part, you just can't seem to find that balance, it's because the answers and the keys to finding that balance lie within your unconscious mind, which is why I help my clients do the reprogramming and find those answers within their unconscious minds, because it makes it that much simpler for you to actually get to the things you want to get to, for you to actually find the answers, the clarity, the balance, and for these things to be effortless, for these things to not take you years to get to. Because a lot of people, they spend their lives trying to find this work-life balance, and it's just a constant cycle of them getting burnt out and them feeling these negative emotions of exhaustion and overwhelm and just feeling like they failed. But you are not failing. You're just heading down the wrong path towards that destination that doesn't exist. So to get on track with the right path towards the destination that will lead you to actual fulfillment and happiness within your life, this is really the key. It's the secret, and that's why I'm sharing it with you. So yes, that's all I got for you in this video. If you have any experience or comments or questions, anything at all, please leave a comment below and I'll be so happy to chat with you. Yeah, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I release videos a couple times a week. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.